Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day today. I am having a great day because I went book shopping. I went book shopping yesterday. It was my daughter's 7th birthday. So we went to Barnes and Noble, and then today while I was out at lunch, there is a half-priced books right across from the little sushi place I like to go sometimes for lunch. And I was like, you know what? I'm in a book buying mood. It's half-priced. Why not? I didn't go with the intentions to buy anything, but like, who am I kidding? You know? So I bought 4 books from half-price books, so that's not too bad. One of them is a book that I had never heard of before. 2 books they're part of, I guess, a duology, which I've had my eyes on for some time, and they were both there for $8.99, so I was like, screw it, I'm buying both. And then one book is a book that I've had my sights on, but I just never bought it because there was always, I guess, a book that I wanted more, and I didn't want to spend the money on that book too. But since I was there, I was like, you know what, for $14.99, I think is how much I spent on it. I was like, I'm just gonna get it. I'm just gonna get it. So without further ado, let's get in to the books that I bought at Barnes and Noble and half-price books. We'll start with the books from half-price books because they're right in front of me. So the duology that I picked up, I'm pretty sure it's a duology. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's For the Wolf and For the Throne. So For the Wolf is the first book in the duology, and it says the second daughter is For the Wolf. And I gather it is a Little Red Riding Hood retelling, reimagination, but like darker for more adult type readers. Yeah. And it does say a brilliant dark fantasy. I can't read the rest of the blurb because the half-price book sticker is on it. And then the second book says the first daughter is For the Throne. So I assume these 2 girls are sisters. Yeah. So it sounds like in this book, Red and the Wolf link up to defeat some evil force, but there is a cost to them succeeding in containing the threat of the 5 kings, and the cost is Red's beloved sister, Neve, the first daughter. And she is apparently lost in the Shadowlands in this book. So while they are obviously connected, each book seems to be following a different set of characters, which I love. I love an interconnected series with multiple point of views. I think it just keeps things exciting. It keeps things juicy, if you know what I mean. I'm pretty excited to read these. I've had my eye on this book in particular for what feels like forever, and I recently discovered while at Barnes & Noble that there is a second book, and I just have been lagging at getting around to purchasing them because I purchase so many other books in between. I'm glad to have these marked off of my want to purchase. Now they have moved on over to my to be read. The next book I got at Half Price Books that I have also been wanting to give a go for a while now. I just never wanted to spend the money on it. I know that sounds awful, but I don't know. I didn't want to read it enough to spend like 30 bucks on it, but I saw it. This was the only one at Half Price Books, and that is Lady Macbeth, and I got it for $14.99, and I'm pretty sure the retail price is like, yeah, $28.99. So I just like, ooh, do I really want to spend $30 on the book? Because I am interested in this book. It intrigues me, but it's not a book that I would typically pick up or read. It's definitely like outside of like my norm, but I have heard really good things about this on YouTube, and even when the book first released, it caught my eye on like the Instagram accounts that post like new releases. So I definitely am intrigued by this book. I'm interested in this book, but I don't know if I'm $30 interested in this book. I am $15 interested in this book. So I just went ahead. It's not in the best condition. It kind of, I feel like I want to like Clorox it or something. It feels kind of like grimy. I don't know. It feels like it needs to be cleaned, which is fine. I always love when a book flips the narrative or flips the point of view from a man's perspective to a woman's perspective. I always love when you get a story from the woman's point of view that originally has been told from a man's point of view. That, like, I really love when like Greek mythology retelling writers do that when they tell the story from the female perspective. I just love that. I eat that up. So I have a feeling because I like it when it's done in that genre, I'm gonna really appreciate it in this book as well. And the cover is just gorgeous. I mean, what a showstopper of a cover. Hopefully I can successfully get this sticker off nice and neat. I wish I would have put it on the back of the book and not the front, but here we are. The last book that I picked up at Half Price Books is called The Shadow Key. I thought the cover of this was really beautiful, and hopefully I can get this freaking sticker off. I feel like this must be a newer book because the list price is $17.99 and the Half Price Books was $14.39. So I'm not sure. And this was in like their section where it says like new books, you know, so I assume that this book is relatively new. I only saved a couple bucks, but I will save a couple bucks wherever I can save a couple bucks. Yeah, it says it was first published in 2024 in the United Kingdom, so maybe it was like late to 2024. But this is a haunting gothic mystery full of dark magic with which keeps you completely gripped as the sinister mystery unfolds. Ooh. Yeah, I read the synopsis in the store. Like I said, I wasn't out to purchase anything, but this is the first book I was like, you're coming home with me. It says, dismissed from a prestigious London hospital, Dr. Henry Talbot has little choice but to accept a mysterious offer of employment as a private physician from Julian Tressilian. Sounds like an animal. An inscrutable lord in rural Wales. Rural, not royal, but rural. Anyways, an isolated estate, Henry finds himself treated with suspicion by superstitious villagers whose belief in myth and magic he's inclined to dismiss. But when he discovers that his predecessor died under peculiar circumstances, his determination to uncover the truth leads him down a path fraught with danger. Yes, it says, enter an eerie and liminal world steeped in superstition, Welsh folklore, and pagan cults. Gloriously atmospheric from the first dark page to the last. And I'm just like, say no more. Say no more. That just sounds so good to me. Okay, so those are the books I got from Half Price Books. My membership renewed, I think April, well, it couldn't have been April because today's April 1st. My membership renewed sometime in March. I don't remember what date exactly, but since it renewed, while I was there, I got a new Barnes & Noble bag, and while I was there, the black one was available. Yes, I have a, like the khaki colored one, which I love, but if it comes in black, your girl wants it, you know? So I'm super stoked about my new black Barnes & Noble bag. So not a book, but they have a new like centerpiece down like the middle aisle. Whenever you first walk in, they had a an Edgar Allan Poe like little section set up, and so I bought a mug that says The Raven, and then the back of it has a little like expert from the poem. It says, "Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming. Dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before." There's a piece of me in my soul, in my heart, that just loves dark gothic things. So I got this mug and I'm gonna bring it to work. It's gonna be my coffee mug for at work. I'm so excited. And I also picked up this beautiful version edition of The Raven and Other Poems by Edgar Allan Poe. I mean, look, and it's like embossed, or whatever it is when it's raised. It's textured. You can feel the raven. It's absolutely beautiful. The purple with the black raven, and then the back of it has little like sub quotes on it. It's just so beautiful. The edges are sprayed black. The spine is black, and I did not need this book. I have so many versions and editions and whatever else of Edgar Allan Poe stories. I have compilations of them. I have skinny little books with just single stories and poems in them. I do not need any more editions of Edgar Allan Poe poems and tales. But this one, I don't have this one. And it matches the mug. So I had to get it. I had to get it. I couldn't tell myself no. In my part 1 2025 book haul, I mentioned a book titled What Lies Beyond the Veil by Harper L. Woods, who is the same author who wrote the Coven of Bones series, which I really enjoyed. And in that video I discovered that the author, they're the same person, and I just like had an epiphany and I was all excited and I was like, oh my god. And I discovered that that was book 1 to a trilogy. Well, while I was at Barnes & Noble, book 2 and 3 were on the buy one get one 50% off table, and so I was like, why the heck not? I'm here, they're here, it's a sale. I'm gonna get them. So when I went to Barnes & Noble, I did have a book in mind for myself. Of course, I was going because it was my daughter's birthday and she loves books too. But I knew I wanted to look for this book, and if they had it, I knew I was going to buy it. And that is Kiss of the Basilisk. I love the title. I love the cover. The edges are so pretty. Like, it doesn't even do justice on the camera. It's like grapes. Like, this top part are grapes, and this bottom part right here is a chalice, and it's like dripping some kind of substance from the grapes into the chalice. It's definitely not coming out of the grapes, because the grapes are also, like, you can tell that the green grapes have been dipped in something red and it's dripping into the chalice. Maybe it's blood. Yeah, it definitely has, like, I haven't read the book. I don't even know like the synopsis of the book, but it definitely gives me like Adam and Eve, or just Eve type of vibes, because like there is fruit all over the table. We've got grapes, we've got apples, we've got these beautiful red flowers, we've got a woman laying down with her naked backside exposed, and there is a snake on her, and it's very, I don't know, it just feels like sexy but sinister at the same time. This book was originally independently published, and the title of the book when it was independently published, it was Spit or Swallow, which is just, ma'am, okay. I like that title too, but I just really enjoy the Kiss of the Basilisk title. I think that that is just, yeah. Okay, so this last cover, this back cover page says, and I quote, "Am I to share you?" I have heard that this book is extremely spicy. The The front cover page says, "My compass points to you. I could not change direction even if I wanted to." Aw, that's sweet. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I just kind of skimmed read a few pages of this, and it is definitely spicy. Wow. I'm excited. If you read this book, if you picked this book up, let me know. Let me know. I've watched a few April TBRs on YouTube, and this book is on quite a few people's TBRs for April. So I'm like, ooh, am I going to read this in April? Am I going to read this month? Am I going to trade out one of my books for this book? I don't know. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. I really appreciate it. If you guys have read any of the books that I talked about today, please leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of them. If any of these books are on your TBR, let me know that too. If you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe. That really helps out my brand new channel. I really appreciate that. And I will see you guys soon in the next one. Bye.